YouTube. Good morning, everyone. My name is DeJur. I am a yoga therapist and I'm here in Los Angeles. I want to introduce you to UMA Community Clinic. Thank you so much for having these free classes for people all over the world, actually, if they choose to join. I've been a yoga practitioner. This year will make 22 years, and a yoga teacher for 11 and a yoga therapist for 8, I think, if my math is right. And yoga has, in the first few years of me being a yoga student, it became a lifestyle for me because I felt so different. I started yoga after a hysterectomy while I was actually still in recuperation mode. I had 6 weeks off from my flight attendant job, which I'm still at. 3 weeks in bed with pain pills and taking very good care of myself as far as just resting. That was the first time in, I don't know, whatever year it was of my airline career that I'd ever had more than a couple of weeks off at a time. So I really took advantage, beside the healing aspect of being off, just being away from that that frenetic environment of being an airline staff or crew member. After starting the second 3 weeks, is when prior to the surgery, someone recommended I take yoga to get my strength back, to go back to flying. And so the second 3 weeks is when I hobbled into one of my first yoga classes. And I stayed with that instructor for 9 years. After about 9 months of doing yoga, I felt a difference in my being and my way of being. And so that's when I chose to make it more of a lifestyle than just something I ran in and out of a yoga studio and went and did my thing and then come back and all that. So some of the things that I felt back then that were different for me was just a little more of a sense of peace. And I was living then a much more active life as far as, ripping and running through the streets with friends and traveling for fun and going to parties and clubs and dancing and all that stuff, socializing. And so in between of all of that, I felt a difference in my body and spirit by being able to, just to kind of slow things down, even if it was just temporarily. Here we go with the phone calls. Why? Sorry, everyone. Anyway, and so all that to say that, look at yoga as becoming more of a lifestyle versus just popping in here or wherever you pop once, an hour a week or whatever. You can always find in between our times together, yoga on YouTube, and you just search around for chair yoga, bed yoga, beginners yoga, gentle yoga on YouTube, and you'll find, different teachers that you can kind of visit with, when you're feeling like, I really need to move my body, instead of waiting for our 1 hour a week, which is a lot of the reading that I've done regarding fitness and exercise and all that and movement says that three times a week is a good amount of times to practice anything, but the more the better, obviously. 1 time a week is better than none, but things start to kind of stick to you when you do it 3 times or more. So swimming, whatever it is, running, going to the gym, hiking, whatever, 3 times a week or more is recommended. I want to move into my land acknowledgement. So I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm on the land of the Tongva and Gabrielino First Nations, peoples, First Nations. This land was stolen from them and by colonizers and renamed Los Angeles. So I just want to give a moment to honor their stewardship of this part of the country. You can do your own land acknowledgement by going just a Google search on the Native American land map. And you can find out, if you're in different parts of the country other than Los Angeles, you can find out what nations were the Aboriginal people of the area that you live in or that you grew up in. Want to talk quickly now about, hey Jill, wow, this is like a family reunion, welcome. Quickly talk about taking care of yourself throughout our time together. If I ask you to do a shape or pose or whatever, move or whatever that is going to either hurt you or injure you, or if you have an injury, possibly re-injure you, please move accordingly. I suggest that you maybe try out the move in a more experiential way versus jumping right in. I do offer variations, and sometimes it may be best to just wait out the pose, take some breaths in between, and we'll catch up on the next thing, just depending on what we're doing. If you need a break, water, bathroom, rest, please make that happen for yourself. We'll start now with a quick grounding practice, since I've talked so much already, which is not hard for me to do. So just come into a comfortable seat. And sit in a way that makes you feel rested, restful, feet flat on the floor. I'm going to show you some hand placement. I'm actually sitting on a stool right now. I'm going to move onto my mat once we get done with this part. But you can do prayer hands if you want. You can place your hands on your knees or thighs, palms up or down, your choice. You can place hands over your belly. This is a very self-soothing way to position your hands if you're feeling stressed or anxious, having an anxiety attack or possible PTSD flashback. You can hold on to yourself, hug yourself. That kind of helps to stabilize the nervous system. You can leave left hand over belly button, bring right hand to heart. You can try that out. You can also place both hands over your heart, the left hand outside, and press down and see if you can notice your heartbeat underneath your clothing with the palms of your hands. And just sit with that for just a couple breaths, wherever your hand placement is. So noticing your feet touching the floor or the carpet or the yoga mat, whatever your feet are touching. The buttocks and perhaps the backs or the sides of your thighs if you're sitting in a cross-legged seated way. If you're sitting in a chair by chance, if you're sitting back, notice the back of the chair supporting you. Noticing your hands on your body, the fabric of your clothing, soft, rough material, smooth, thick or thin, just the texture of the clothing that you're wearing. Going to move our attention to the sounds outside. I'm choosing outside first because right now there are a couple of birds around, so I hear them. So just any sounds outside your space. I want to give thanks that the across the street gardener has not arrived yet. Thank you for being late. He's usually here around 9, but he's given me a break these last couple weeks. Vehicles, neighbors talking, kids, whatever you can hear outside. Just listen around for that. And bring your attention inside your space. So maybe television, radio, music in the background, or family voices, or animals. I can hear the motor from my refrigerator. And I have a fountain for my cats to drink more water. I can hear that. Look around your space as if it's your first time in there. Look around with new eyes and just notice the things that are in your space that bring it together. So textures and colors, books, tables, furniture, plants, if you have plants, artwork. Noticing 3 things of the same color. Doesn't have to be the dominant color, but just 3 things of the same color that catch your eye. We'll move to your sense of taste. So I have a cross between a cough drop and toothpaste, which is really gross, but that's what's happening for me. You may have coffee taste or after breakfast taste or no taste at all. And tap your lips together a couple times. And then rest your mouth. And we'll move on to the breath. So we'll be breathing through our nose, nasal breathing. And a couple reasons for this I want to go over just so we are aware. When you're breathing through your nose, your brain regulates how much air you take in on what side, what nostril. It keeps the breath warm and moist. It filters out invisible debris that we can't see in the atmosphere, dust and stuff. Most of it we cannot see. When you breathe through your mouth, the breath cools off immediately, which is an excellent way to breathe if you're overheated. But there's no filtering happening, and the breath dries out and it gets cold. So when it gets to your lungs, the lungs have to reheat and rehydrate the breath. And so, the biggest bonus of of nasal breath is the exhalation has a little nervous system reset that happens if you extend the exhalation. If you're, again, stressed out or have an anxiety, just focusing your attention on your breath. The thing that has annoyed you might still be there, but the way that you react to it can be altered by your breathing, okay? And just slowing things down before you react. That you have a better opportunity to make a plan instead of just be reactionary or whatever it could be. So we'll take a few breaths together and use your own lung capacity to fill your lungs up all the way. And then exhale everything out. And we want a complete exhale to let all the old air out. That old breath doesn't have much oxygen left in it. So we want to have an open container to fill the lungs up with a fresh breath that has a lot of oxygen in it. And so this way we flush our body with fresh oxygen, especially the brain, which needs the oxygen the most. And this type of breathing, you might feel a little tiny bit of, I don't know if the word is euphoria, but more alert because your brain is oxygenated. A lot of us walk around oxygen starved because we breathe real shallow, real chest breathing, which is not the best way to breathe because we're not really using all of our lung capacity. And so throughout the day, I don't breathe big like this all day, but throughout the day, I make it a point to take some big inhales and exhales and just stop what I'm doing and clean out my lungs a little bit before I go on to whatever there is waiting for me. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to my mat. And that grounding technique, as I mentioned, I use in different places that I have to show up. So I don't just reserve it for my yoga time or class time, teaching time. I use it on my flights. When we have really bad traffic, instead of getting aggravated, I just, breathe because I can't do anything about it. At that moment, I'm stuck. So whatever, what can I do? And so the grounding practice and, noticing what's around me, and just that helps to orientate ourselves and our nervous systems as well. So sit in a comfortable way and try to sit up really straight. You can also, if you would like to sit up a little straighter, fold a towel and put it not quite under your butt, but you can adjust it and find the sweet spot of what helps you to lift your hips up or lift your spine up and sit up a little taller. You take a couple breaths here. The breath is smooth and easy. Bring your hands in front of your heart. We're going to sweep out and up. Take a big breath in and sit up as straight and tall as you can. Palms touch overhead. And then exhale, hands back down in front of your heart. We'll do 4 more like that. Sweep out and up. Sit up as tall as you can. Fingertips reach up to the sky. Exhale, palms together, arms down. This is number 3. Sweep up and out, or out and up. Palms touch, exhale. Here's number 2. Sweep out, lift up, breathe in. Exhale, palms in front of your heart. Last one. Inhale, sweep up. We're going to exhale, lower the right hand onto your mat or the floor. So the left hand is still straight up. Going to slide the right hand out as far as you can before your left tush lifts off the mat. So this is a side stretch. So the left arm is straight up. Traditionally, we would look at the left hand. That might be a lot for some of our necks. So you may experiment with looking out horizontally or down toward the floor on the right side or towards your right hand. Make sure the left butt is glued onto the mat. Your left buttocks is glued onto the mat. And just hold here. See if you notice any stretch, sensation, or lengthening on the left side rib cage. Just hold here. You may also look up and down. You can move your head from side to side if you want to do that. So you might have some noise if you do this, moving your head back and forth. You may have some noise in your neck. As long as it doesn't hurt, you're safe. Those are hydrogen gas bubbles releasing. They get trapped in our joints. Bring your left arm, left bicep near your left ear and reach far across with the left hand, far across to the right with the left hand. So we're deepening the stretch on the left side body. Big breaths in and out. Left buttock still glued onto the mat. If your left tush is up, you're not getting as much of a stretch as you can. So come inward with the right hand to lower the left buttocks onto the mat. Circle the left arm. So we have options here. You can do big, wide circles or more vertical, more small in radius. And it's your choice. And again, looking up, out, or down, or moving the head side to side. Checking on the breath. Checking on your jaw. Releasing your jaw if it's clenched. The clenching happens unconsciously. And let's reverse the direction of the left arm circles. So see what you notice in the left shoulder blade, left shoulder joint. And then we're going to we're going to bring the left arm back on an angle. So the right hand is still on the mat. We're going to do a slight twist with the torso. So the left shoulder back. Make a fist with your left hand. Forward and back with your fist. Flexing not flexing, but moving the fist forward and backward toward the camera, away from the camera. See what you feel in the forearm, the wrist joint. And then release the fist, circle your left hand. We're still in a twist, so the left shoulder's back. And then circle your left hand the opposite direction. Come up on an inhale. Notice the rebound on the left side body. So the rebound is the muscles going back to their natural position. Left hand comes down onto the mat. Left arm is straight out from the left shoulder. We go as far over to the left as you can before your right buttock comes up off the mat. The right arm is straight up for now. Let's recross the legs real quick. Recross your legs, the other leg in front or on top. And so again, traditionally, we would look up at the right hand. You may look out horizontally or down toward the floor on your left side. So this, my right side body feels tighter than the left side did. So just have a notice of how you feel around your body, different sensations and feedback. And just hold here, right buttock glued onto the floor. You may move your head side to side if you choose, or position it in one place. And bring the right bicep near the right ear and hold here. Reaching the right fingers as far to the left as you can. See if you feel a little opening in the right shoulder blade. We'll circle here, right arm circles, big or small, your choice. And then let's reverse the direction. So I want to thank all of my personal friends that have shown up today. This means the world to me. I've been trying to grow this class for the last 6 months, so I'm really happy that you're here, and I hope you return. We're going to twist your right arm back, make a fist with the right arm, so the right shoulder's back, right butt is still on the floor. Make a fist with your right hand forward and back with the fist and see how that feels. My right wrist is a lot more sensitive. Might be because I'm right hand dominant. Release the fist, circle the hand, left, right hand, either direction, still in our spinal twist. And then reverse the circling of the direction of the right hand circles. And then inhale, both arms up. Notice how the right side feels. And then exhale, bring your hands down, swan dive them down. Notice how they feel to come down. Just hold here and take a couple breaths. Let's do some head circles while we're doing that. So circling your head, place your hands on the insides of your knees, palms down. Slow circles. Again, you might hear some noises happening. As long as there's no pain, you are okay. Let's reverse the direction. And then come back to center. Turn your head towards your right. So chin near the right shoulder. Now just hold here. Checking on your breathing, your jaw. Again, your facial muscles are relaxed and neutral. One of my teachers says a sweetened face, so that doesn't mean a forced smile, just the muscles are neutral, relaxed. And then look up and down to your right, gently up toward the ceiling, down toward the floor a few times. And the next time you look down, hold the gaze down on your right side. And then lift your head, turn your chin to the left shoulder, hold here. Take a few breaths like this. And then lift and lower your gaze a few times on the left side. The next time you look down, hold the gaze down on the left side of you. And then come back to center, right hand to right ear. Drop your head to the right. Smooth out your breath. Complete. I want to do smooth, long, deep inhales and then complete exhales with each cycle of breath. And then release the right hand down to your right knee or thigh. Left hand up and over to the right or near the right ear. Drop your head over to the left. Just allow the weight of the left arm to deepen the stretch on the right side of your neck. Breathe and hold. And then release back to neutral. Lift your shoulders, breathe in. Let's change the cross of the legs again. Shoulders up, breathe in. And then exhale. You can drop or lower your shoulders. So the drop is just letting them go, or you can control it and lower them slowly. So you can do either one or alternate, whatever you like. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop or lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop or lower. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Lift up. Lower or drop. Lift up. Lower or drop. And this time we're going to lift up and hold. So while we're holding up, shoulders near your ears, keep your breath moving. Okay. When we hold our breath, our body eventually starts to freak out on where is the oxygen. So we want to keep the breath moving while we're together here. I mean, of course, if you're swimming underwater, it's a good place to hold your breath, but otherwise keep the breath moving so it keeps the body chill. And then slowly lower or drop. Inhale, right shoulder up. Exhale, right shoulder down. We'll do 5 of these. Inhale, lift the right shoulder. Exhale, lower. This is number 3. Lift. Exhale, down. Number 2, lift. Exhale, down. Number 1, lift. Exhale, down. We'll go to the left. Inhale, left shoulder up. We'll do 5. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. 3 more. Here's 3. Exhale, down. Number 2. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Now we're going to circle the right shoulder. Either way, we're going to go both ways. So just go whichever way you want to go first. Fine. And then reverse right shoulder circle. And then let's switch left shoulder circle. And then reverse the other way. And you bring your hands in front of your heart. Take a breath in here. Interlace your hands, push your hands away. Your arms are parallel to the floor. Push your arms away as far as you can. Inhale, lift. Palms up, facing the ceiling. First, we're going to do cactus arms. Exhale to cactus arms. Inhale back to prayer hands. The next one we'll do is going to be arms back diagonal. Inhale, lift. Inhale, prayer hands. Sorry. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release the arms diagonally behind you. I'll show you sideways like this. So we're going to alternate between this and the cactus arm. So inhale, hands back in front of your heart. Interlace, push away on an exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the arms diagonal. Inhale, prayer hands. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release, diagonal. So this release, this catches the shoulder caps and gives them a nice stretch. That was the exhale. Inhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do one more round of each one. Push on the exhale, lift, inhale, cactus arms, exhale, inhale to prayer hands. Push, exhale, inhale, lift, exhale, release, inhale, hands in front of your heart. And shake out your arms and legs. Let's exhale and just lean forward. So your legs are out straight. You can have them close if you want or separated if you want. I like mine separate so they can individually support themselves. Feet are flexed. So we want to get a nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Lean forward to get a stretch in your lumbar spine and the upper above your buttocks by leaning forward. Hands can be on the outside of whatever, the ankles, the calves, the knees. You can put your forearms on your shins if you'd like. You can wrap hands on the insides or the arch sides of your feet or the outside. So those are some options for your hands. Once you get situated, look down at the mat between your knees. Just look down and hold here. Smooth your breath out. So this stretch is actually we're stretching basically from the base of the skull all the way, the entire back body. down to our ankles. And flexing the feet, you might notice a little more intensity on the backs of your legs, thighs, and the backs of your knees. Looking down between your knees, just hold here. I feel really tight, so it feels good, sort of. Torn between too much and feels good, so I'm just gonna hold it here. Check your breath. And then inhale, lift both arms up. We'll do 5 of these. Sit up as straight as you can. This is staff pose with arms up. And exhale forward, come all the way down. Inhale, lift. This is number 4. Sit up as straight as you can. The next time you lean forward, reach out toward me before you lower your hands. That's the exhale. Inhale for number 3. Sit up as tall as you can. Exhale forward, stretch out first, then hands down. Inhale, lift. Here's number 2. Exhale, reach out first, and then lower your hands. Inhale, lift. Sit up tall. This is number 1. We're gonna hold here again. Lower the hands again by your ankles, calves, knees. Wrapping on the inside, the arch side of your feet or the outside of your feet. Look down between your knees to relax the back of your neck. And just hold here. Take some breaths. So now things feel a little looser for me since I've been sitting like this for not long, but for long enough. So we hold some of the shapes to allow the muscles to struggle and resist, and then they surrender, and that's the part we're trying to get to, so that you get a little lengthening or stretch in those muscles, whatever the target muscles are. And then walk yourself up on an inhale. Bring your feet to touch, knees out, knees wide. This is butterfly, or some circles call it cobbler, like the shoemaker. I always joke, not the pie, but the shoemaker. And you may sit like this. There's another name for this, bound angle pose. I usually just call it butterfly. So the soles of the feet can touch, or you can let the blade edges of the feet touch. You can try that out, where the feet are kind of open like a book, or you can press the soles together, your choice. And sit up as tall as you can. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades are down your back. Neck is long. And then open the feet so like a book, and we're going to do a little foot massage here, a little foot worship. So whatever feels good to you, massage your feet that way. 26 bones in each foot, over 1 million nerve endings in each foot. So these massages, these foot massages, help to stimulate the organs that these nerve endings connect with, which is good for the organ. So turn your torso to your right. I want you to lean over as far as you can come down. This is kind of an awkward shape, but do the best you can. Hands on either side of your right leg, your right bent leg. Just breathe in this stretch here. It's kind of awkward, but getting some muscles we don't usually hit by doing this kind of twist. Looking down at the right knee. Then inhale, come up, torso to the left, and lean over the left thigh as best you can. So it's easy for the right hip, I should have said this on the other side, to lift up. We don't want to lift the right hip. So just come down as far as you can so the right buttock stays on the mat. Twist here and breathe. Smooth breath. And then inhale, come up, and then we're going to walk center. So come down as far as you can. You have some hand options. Can be flat palm, fingertip, fingers spread wide. Can be on your fingertips, which strengthens the muscles in your hands and fingers. Some of you may have forearm access. I don't have that right now, but you can try that if you have that available to you. Just hold here, looking down towards your feet, long neck, long spine. So this butterfly pose is a hip opener, and it also stretches the muscles on the insides of the thighs. They don't get a lot of attention generally. And we're leaning forward, so we also get a nice stretch in the low part of the back, the lumbar spine, which is usually an area of a lot of discomfort for, an area of discomfort for a lot of us, that low spine from furniture not so supportive, or having to stand a lot or walk a lot, or soft, squishy beds. That part of our spine can get fatigued or strained. Inhale, now walk the hands to the right. Palms, both palms on the floor to start, or on the mat, wherever you have your hands. Just hold here. And then stack the left hand on top of the right. So that stacking increases the stretch. It'll be on the left side for this time. And then walk hands over to the left, both hands on the floor or your mat. And then stack right hand on top of left, and see if you notice a difference in the intensity of the stretch on the right side body when you move your hand. And then come back to center, and then inhale yourself up. Bring your knees together like a book. Stretch out your legs, shake out legs and arms. We're going to move to table pose. So if your knees are sensitive, you can always put a towel under your knees. I'm going to show you how to fold your mat. You can always turn your mat into a triple cushion by just folding it, creasing it one time, and that gives you triple amount of cushioning. Place your knees there. Coming to cat cow, coming to table pose for cat cow. On the top, on the tops of your feet versus letting the heels flop out. So you want to put a little energy in the lower parts of the legs. Drop your belly toward the floor, arch your back. We're going to hold here. Lift your chest and chin just a little bit. Okay, this is the cow shape. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. So smooth out the breath, breathe through your nose, arch your back, lift your chest, chin lifts just a little bit. So this, besides it being a stretch for the low back, it's also a stretch for the front torso. By arching our back, we're getting a curving in the front of our body. So around the abdominal muscles, the chest and around the chest. Hold here, take some more breaths. And then let's exhale and curl into cat. So that's lifting the spine up toward the ceiling, chin to chest. We're going to hold here. So spine lifts, push into the floor. Put some energy in your arms. Excuse me. Hold here in cat. Take some breaths. And then we'll move into real time. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. I'm going to let you go on your own, so you can use your own speed and lung capacity. Do a few rounds by yourself. We'll do 2 more sets. You come back to table. We're going to set up for down dog. So table pose again. Hips over knees, shoulder, elbows, wrists in a vertical line. Curl your toes under. Let's just sit here for a minute. Bring your heels back to your buttocks back to your heels. And press back to get a nice stretch in your, especially the soles of the feet. If you feel anything there. If it's a little too painful, come up a little bit. You don't want it to be pain, but maybe the front edge of the discomfort. Okay, hold there. Our feet never in shape, so this is a nice little foot therapy here. Then we're going to inhale, butt toward the sky. Upside down V shape. Readjust your feet to your comfort. So if you like your feet closed, put them closed. I like mine separated for space. Just hold here. So this is the down dog. I want you to pedal, straighten one leg, bend the other. Pedal back and forth. See if you feel a stretch in the calf muscle. So the down dog is considered a resting pose, although I don't believe it, but it says it in the books. Corpse pose, mountain, child's, and down dog are the 4 resting poses of yoga. So we're pedaling back and forth. It's also an inversion. So our heart is getting a little break, pumping blood up to our head or toward our brain by being a little bit upside down. And come back to stillness, lift the left leg up. Touch your left toes to your right heel. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left toes, right heel. One more. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, touch right heel. Place your right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor, lift the right foot. Right toes touch left heel. Lift your right leg. I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Right toes to left heel. Inhale, lift, one more. Right toes, left heel. Inhale, lift. And right foot down. We're going to walk backwards to a forward bend. Bend your knees and hang here. If you'd like to support the bend, you can put your hands above your knees or on your shins. If you like a little support, hang if you'd like. So this is also an inversion. It's also a stretch for the back body. We did a version of this when we were seated, when we forward bent on the floor. You can sway side to side if you'd like, or you can remain still, your choice. And please bend your knees as much as you like. It's no rule about keeping the legs straight. You want to make it comfortable. And then come back to stillness. Bring your hands on top of above your knees and inhale with a flat back. Come up to standing. We're standing mountain pose. It looks like this. So you can have your feet touching, insides of the legs close. I prefer mine separated for a little more stability for me. So this is mountain pose, one of the 4 resting poses. See how you feel. See if you feel a little, I don't know, buzzy. I don't know if that's the right word, but that, if you do feel something like that, it might not be the right word. That's the oxygen hitting the brain. Okay, that's what that inversion helps to do. And also just our focused breathing. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Sweep up. We did this before. Flat back, forward bend, but bend your knees as much as you'd like. Come up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reverse the arms. Come up to standing. Palms touch above your head. And then exhale, palms to your heart. We'll do a few more of those. Sweep out, inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive down with a flat back. Bend your knees. Come all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reverse. Come all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart. Prayer hands. Sweep out and up. Exhale, forward bend all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. We're going to do 3 of these. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back down. One more. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, back down. And then reverse swan dive. We're coming into chair. So knees bend. Arms are straight, or you may cactus your arms depending on how your shoulders feel. Palms, if your arms are up, palms face each other. Then sit down in your chair and hold here. So this is chair shape, and you can go down as low as you can go down. Your choice. Control your breathing. Then come up to standing, up to mountain. Then inhale, come back down to chair. Come up to standing. I got the breath wrong. Inhale to standing. Exhale to chair. And one more. Inhale to standing. Exhale to chair. Hold here. Take some breaths. The knees are bent. Feet are parallel. Arms are straight or cactus. Your choice. Then exhale, forward bend. Separate your feet. Bring your left hand on the floor right below your face. Lift the right arm in a twist. So feet are wide, feet are parallel, legs are wide, feet are parallel. Right arm up. Left palm is on the mat. Your left hand is right directly underneath your face or your head. Twist to the right. Exhale, bring the right hand down, replace it where the left hand was. Inhale, lift the left arm, hold here. Take some breaths. Exhale, left hand down, inhale, right arm up. Hold, breathe. And then exhale, right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Take 2 breaths here. And then bring the left hand down. Bring your hands to your waist, or excuse me, your hips. And then inhale, come up with a flat back. Come back to mountain pose, release the hands. Just twist side to side. So you can actually tap your body when you're twisting. Brings a little extra blood circulation to the surface of wherever you're tapping yourself. And then come back to stillness, sweep your arms up, breathe in. Interlace your hands, hands and arms overhead. Exhale to your right. Feet are parallel, so we're still in mountain pose. Bottom half of us is still in mountain pose. Inhale to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale right. Inhale to center, exhale left. Inhale to center, lower the arms, we'll move into tree pose. So shift all your weight onto your right leg. I want to show you the variations for tree. So tree can be as simple as lifting. So the weight is on the right leg, lifting the left heel. So feet were parallel. You can just lift the left heel. That is the version of tree. You can turn the left knee out and bring the inside of your left foot to touch the inside of your right ankle. So the left knee is out and away from your midline. You can bring the left foot onto the calf, above the knee, not on the knee. Some people can cross without holding. I can't do that. I'm going to show you what it looks like, but you can let go. And some people can get way up here on the thigh. Let's see if I can do that today. Most days my foot slips down. So the hands, prayer hands, as if we were in mountain hands. Prayer hands behind you, fingers down or up. Touching knuckles, grabbing wrists, grabbing elbows, your choice. When you bring your hands behind you, your arms get in a little stretch in the shoulder caps again. So choose your tree and hang on there. You can bring the arms up. Lots of variations for you to choose from. Pull in your belly button, check your breathing. And then exhale, bring your arms down beside you. And then weight on the left leg. Find your tree with the right leg, whatever it is. Hold. They say that the balancing poses of yoga help to, and they, who they are the people that write the books, is who I'm referencing. Helps us to be balanced out in the world when we're out there living our lives out in the streets, quote unquote. Hold and breathe. If you fall out like I just did, just go back into it. When you're ready, release and come down. Separate your feet wide, right toes to the right. Turn the left heel out just a touch. Bring your arms to horizontal. The arms are strong and engaged. Bend the right knee. So this is warrior two. You can try to get the knee over the ankle, if possible. Arms are strong, T-shaped arms. Back leg is strong as well. Warrior two, fierce warrior. Look towards your right fingers, and then look towards your left fingers. Look towards your right fingers. Look toward the left fingers one more time. To the right. Look to the left. Drop the left hand to the left thigh. Inhale, right arm up. This is exalted or humble warrior. You keep the right arm straight or curl it over the top of your head, your choice. The right knee is still bent. Reverse warrior, exalted warrior, humble warrior. Check your breath. We move back to warrior two. Extended side angle, bring the right forearm onto the right thigh. The left arm comes up, sweeps all the way across, left arm near left bicep near left ear. And try to keep the left shoulder pulled back. Reach far away to the right with the left fingertips. Check your jaw. We'll inhale back to warrior two. We'll shift the feet. So the right toes come in, left toes turn out, right heel turns out just a touch. Bend the left knee, warrior two on the left side. Hold here, arms are straight and strong. Check your breath. Let's look to the back. Let's look at the right fingers, to the left fingers, to the right fingers, to the left fingers, one more time. Right fingers, left fingers. Hold here. Right hand comes to right thigh. Inhale, left arm either straight up or bend your left elbow. Curl your left hand so it's over your head. Lean back. Lean to the right. And hold, right? Left knee stays bent. Smooth out the breath. Exalted warrior, humble warrior. And then we move to extended side angle. Left forearm touches the left thigh. Right arm comes straight up, or you can bring the right bicep toward the right ear, your choice. Right leg is strong. Left knee is bent. Reaching the right fingertips as far to the left as you can. And inhale back to warrior two. Lower your arms. We'll come down to the floor. So we'll set up for final relaxation, Shavasana. Couple of options. If laying flat out on your back, if your low back is tight and laying flat out is not comfortable, you can always separate feet wide, knees drop together. You can lay in a corpse pose like this, a variation of corpse pose. For some of us, laying out in corpse is very unsettling. You can do side corpse. So bring your knees to your chest, turn on to whatever side, and the bottom arm is your pillow. Okay, you can also do seated shavasana if you want. It's all your choice. So get comfy. Do a little body scan of how you feel. And see if you notice any changes in how you felt and how you feel. Direct your awareness toward your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Direct your attention to your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Direct your attention to your legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. Direct your attention to your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Direct your attention to your hips. Breathe in. Exhale. Direct your attention to your shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale. Direct your attention to your spine. Breathe in. Exhale. Direct your attention to your head. Breathe in. Exhale. Return to the your normal breathing pattern. Breathe in, bring your arms up over your head. Take a big stretch here. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Turn onto one side and hold there. When you're ready, make your way up to seated. So I want to thank everyone again for coming today. It made my day. Thank you so much. I've never had 10 people here ever, so thank you. And a special thank you to my dear friends that came. I appreciate you. I want to leave you with this, and then I want to take any comments or questions before we actually go. But I want to say to you, may you be happy. May your life have meaning. and may you be an instrument for social change. Thank you again for coming. Does anyone want to say anything? You can turn your mics on and just go for it, popcorn style, as they say, popcorn style.
Thank you,
Thank you.
DeJur.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. It was a beautiful practice.
Thank you so much. This is the highlight.